Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing something a little bit different from what I normally do in these videos, and today I am talking about clothing, but these are some of my go-to winter essentials, basically. So for those of you who aren't aware, I do live in the Chicago area and we do get snow. It is freezing cold. There's good weeks where sometimes it's below 0. So I figured it'd be interesting for the people who don't live in cold weather climates, but at the same time, for comparison purposes with other people who live in similar weather patterns that I do, to kind of see some of my favorite staple products, my favorite staple clothing items that I use throughout the winter months. So let's jump into this, shall we? Let's start with sweaters. So I've just grabbed kind of my 3 types of sweaters I tend to grab. I am a big fan of knit. Lots of knit. I'm wearing a knitted dress right now, but these in general are just, this is where I live in the winter months. So the first one I have here is, I believe it's American Eagle. I feel like a lot of these are going to be American Eagle actually. And I do that because I really love the quality of their, I'm like so afraid that my hair is going to go into my candle. So they make some really nice knit sweaters. Let me zoom in a minute. They make some really nice knit sweaters. They're good quality. Now the thing about knit sweaters, if you don't have anything on over it, like a coat, the wind's gonna go right through you. Sometimes I will layer like camisoles underneath to at least keep my torso nice and toasty, but they're just a really great knit pattern. They're very soft. They hold up really well. I've had some of these for at least 2 or 3 years at this point, and they're still going pretty strong. This is one of them. You really do have to follow the washing instructions, otherwise they will shrink. I've done that. These are all statics because I literally just pulled them out of the dryer and I didn't have any static. Okay, the next one I have, I believe is also American Eagle. Like I said, guys, please don't be shocked by the amount of American Eagle that you are about to see here. So this next one is a turtleneck, but it's a little bit of a softer spun sweater. So it is a little bit longer. It does have the nice pattern going on the front of the V-shapes paneled down the 2 sides. And it does have a nice and comfy turtleneck. I like turtlenecks. But this one's a really nice soft one, and when I wear it, it really stretches nicely. So it's not choked up my neck like, oh my god, you can't see my face. No, it doesn't. Oh, I dropped that. And plus this one, I do not know what the material is, and this is, again, 2 or 3 years old. But I usually every year purchase some new sweaters from American Eagle and kind of replace the worn out ones, which I'm going to be doing this year too. They've got a new one for this year that I think is called a Chanel maybe? Chanel sweater that really is like speaking to me on a couple of levels. So I kind of want to get one of those, but this seems like a really great one. And I really like it a lot. Now in terms of sweaters, I am always a big fan of office appropriate. So obviously since the weather is getting so cold here in Chicago, you need to have office appropriate. I'm a big fan of dresses, especially in offices. That's just kind of, yeah, I wear a lot of dresses and they're kind of repeat dresses. A lot of my coworkers recognize that this is one of them. The other one I wear is this one. And unintentionally, I swear to God, it's American Eagle, but guys, I like their sweaters. I like the material. I like how they're woven. This is kind of a white with some gray speckles running through it. It's similar braiding V pattern down the sides like the turtleneck. But this one, because it's a little bit on the shorter side, that if I try and wear this without leggings underneath, it would probably not be work appropriate. So I usually pair this with a pair of black leggings and black boots. That way I can keep it work appropriate. And so next we're gonna go very, very basic. And I do want to start off by saying I left them in my car. So I do spend my entire weekends outdoors. I am usually in my LL Bean rain boots. What are they called? I don't know what they're actually. Women's, shoot. They're the 2-toned ones. I will put a picture here. I own a pair of those. I used to have a pair of, I believe they were Sporto boots where they were fluffy on the inside, and I eventually wore those out to the point where I needed new ones, so I got the LLB ones last year as a Christmas present, and I love them. And I always wear inside of them a pair of big, comfy, fluffy socks, just because I usually buy my boots up a size so that come winter when I'm wearing them, I can fit a pair of socks and they're like this. So instead of buying those in a 6.5 like I normally do, I think I have those in a 7. So love these socks. I have no idea where they're from, but I just encourage anyone to buy big, comfy, fluffy socks like these. And these are so great. I need to get a new pair though because my heel is starting to wear thin, but they're fantastic. Love them. They're amazing. Just drop them on the floor. Now, on an unrelated note to socks, I have something a little bit different. Pajama pants. I do usually buy a set of Victoria's Secret pajamas for the holiday season. I had the penguin ones that I got last year, so I'm kind of debating which ones I want to get this year for me. But these are the most worn out pair of pants. They're not a women's sweatpant, they are a men's sweatpant. So they are extremely long on me, like very long, but they are really nice. They're a good lightweight. So I want everyone who's watching this video really quickly to take a moment, think about how you sleep in the winter. Do you wear a lot of layers and keep the heat off? Do you have a heated pad like I do? Or do you just kind of say screw it and you're kind of haphazardly throwing things all over the place? Your sheets are half on, half off, the heat's blasting, you got a window open, the whole like craziness. So for me, these are great because they are thinner. So if I'm overheating, I don't have to worry about being fully exposed to cold air or whatever you want to phrase it that way. But I love these. These are my Captain America pants. These are a men's pant. I believe I got them from JCPenney. It was back when I worked for Sephora inside JCPenney. So these are at least 2 or 3 years old, and I would love to get a pair of new ones because I've actually ripped a hole in these. But I love them too much to get rid of them, and they're actually like, I was wearing these last night. I need to go toss them back onto my bed. If I can link any of this stuff down below, guys, I will try, or at least whatever this year's equivalent is. So something else that I love are blanket scarves. I love blanket scarves. They are the greatest thing in the world, especially if you forgot a hat. Because I don't know about anyone else, but when I put one of these around my neck, it can get up to my ears and do a lot of coziness. I love blanket scarves. I think I mentioned this in a fall essentials video, maybe the first time around I did one. So what, 3 years ago or so, maybe more now. These are great. I have a whole variety of colors. I have this one in red. I've got one that's beige with green and gray. And I've got another one that's like dark gray with yellow and green. The color combinations on a scarf blanket, like blanket scarf, are mind-blowing, and they're so easy to use, and there's like 1,000 ways to wear them. $10. There's a picture somewhere on Pinterest that says 10 different ways to wear a blanket scarf, and they're great. They're very versatile, and that's why I've got them in a few different colors, because not all of them go with my winter coats. So next, let's quickly talk about hats. The first thing I have here is a hat. Just simple. It kind of matches actually my sweater dress, but this is just a really cozy, really comfy, good for the winter months. Look at my hair right there. Hat. I love these a lot. I'm usually, I mean, hats are hats, guys. You need something to cover your ears. I'm usually wearing this if I'm not wearing like a headband, but I didn't want to pull out my headbands because they are from my sorority. I don't want to show something that I know people can't get their hands on, so at least with that, you can buy those at almost any store. That one's American Eagle. You can buy them at JCPenney, Sears, Macy's, probably Victoria's Secret. There's a whole bunch of places. Target. You can buy them at Target. Now, in terms of more going into outerwear, I have these. These are from Victoria's Secret. They are Sherpa quarter zips, and what frustrates me to hell and back about pink from Victoria's Secret is everything has to say freaking pink on it. And these came out last year, these ones at least. I know they've got a modified new version for 2018, which I will link down below. But there were only a few shades that I could get with just the dog. The rest of them had like big lettering across the back, and I needed these to not have lettering. So I have the one here in aqua blue. I've also got a forest hunter green and a maroon kind of color. I love them. People at work when I wear them are like, you look like a fluffy, like I want to pet you, and it's very soft. It keeps you very warm, and they pair really well with puffer vests. Because those are nice and toasty, you don't need to worry about wearing a very thick outerwear coat. So if you're someone who has milder winters, maybe look into something like that with a cute little puffer vest. So this is from Talbot's, actually. They make them in both a petite and regular size. So if you are small, like me, there is a petite version. This one is in, you know, like a seafoamy blue. I like it because they've got some cute detailing in the back. I know in the future I would love to get like a tweed one, or was it herringbone? I can't remember what it's actually made of, but there's so many more. I love puffy vests. I have a couple that I wear when I'm out on the weekends, just because they're lightweight, they're easy, and it also gets to show off what you're wearing underneath, whereas with a big giant coat, you can't always see things, can you? This is my jacket. It's a green jacket, and again, I'm trying not to light myself on fire here. So it has both a zipper, but it does also have the option for little wooden toggles to close it as well. This is kind of a really nice, deep, olivey hunter green color. It's a little bit longer than I would like it to be, but again, the struggle of being more petite size, because I am 5'2", is a struggle. This is from LL Bean. If this is available this year, I will link it down below for you guys. But it's a really great winter coat. My mom actually got it last year when she realized I didn't have a winter coat anymore. So I got it as an early Christmas present because my mom didn't want me to freeze to death. And it's a good neutral-er kind of color, so it's really easy to pair with other clothing, because I feel like that's the hardest thing about a coat is you gotta remember what kind of clothing you're gonna be wearing underneath it, because some of my clothes do not match that jacket. So those are usually the days that I'm wearing a puffy vest of some kind instead. But I do love my jacket. Couldn't have asked for a better one, so kudos to my mom for doing that. Yep. Okay guys, so those were some of my winter clothing essentials. I do have other stuff I could talk about. I don't know if you guys are interested in seeing me do one of these seasonally. If you are, maybe I'll do one again come March when springtime's rolling around. Well, springtime for the rest of the country. It won't be spring here until probably May. So if you guys enjoyed getting to see a clothing video from me, because I don't normally do clothing videos, please give this video a thumbs up. I love getting to see what videos you guys appreciate seeing the most on my channel. So give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Down below, tell me your must-have winter essential. So especially if you're someone from like California or Texas or Florida, somewhere where you don't really get snow like this, where, you know, your forecast can potentially have 1 to 3 feet of snow sometimes. I want to hear what you guys wear for winter items. And also, while you are down there giving the video a thumbs up, be sure to hit the subscribe button, because it's easy, it's free, and I might be doing a holiday giveaway for you guys. But I don't know, you're only going to find out about it if you are staying tuned to my channel and all my future updates. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!